All right, next up, the Democrats have continued their war on guns. They're now demanding, House Democrats are now demanding a 1,000% tax on assault, quote unquote, assault weapons. So if you go to buy an AR-15 and it's not $100, if it is $100, you're buying a piece of junk. But say you buy 100 for, because I'm not good at math, if you're buying an AR-15 for $100, 1,000% tax would make it an $1,100 gun, plus whatever sales tax and processing fees would apply. So that's the point. Why don't the Democrats just say, "Hey, we hate poor people," because that's what it's about. But who do you think is going to be affected by this law the most? White billionaires? No, sweetheart. That's not going to stop them. The rich people are still going to be able to get guns. Criminals will still be able to get guns because they won't pay taxes on them. The only people this hurts are poor people that want to defend themselves, because that's exactly what this has been about for the longest time. Marxists need a controlled demolition. We're in a controlled demolition. They're intentionally destroying this country. They're trying to make it illegal to defend yourself, and they're trying to make it as expensive as possible to protect yourself from criminals. Meanwhile, the criminals have a monopoly on the guns, and they're not going to go mess with the rich people, because the rich people can not only afford guns, they can also afford a private security team and usually have good policing in their area. So they're just going to run rampant in the poor areas, in the middle class areas, and terrorize people until they come begging to the government to save them. They're going to make it illegal for you to defend yourself. They've already done that in plenty of places, like the Sikh gas station owner, or convenience store owner that we saw beat the hell out of that guy with a stick. They tried to press charges on him until the mayor stepped in and said, "Hey," Republican mayor, by the way, in California, rarity, said, "Hey, no, this ain't happening. We're not going to investigate this guy. We're going to arrest the criminal that stole from him. I could give a shit what Gavin Newsom says." We need more of that. But the fact is, we don't have a lot of that in this country right now. Not where it counts, not in the battlegrounds, not in the blue states. You have people being deprived of their right to defend themselves every single day. Now they're trying to make it ridiculously expensive to where no one can afford a firearm. That's the move. 1,000% tax. That is asinine. That's insane. There's no reason for that. And that's unfortunately how gun control is going to come in this country. They lose court case after court case after court case. They know they can't ban them, so they've got to hit them financially. So what do? They add excessive taxes onto it so that no one can afford to get one, and the company and the manufacturers take a hit, and then they go out of business and they lay people off and they make less guns, and then they make it legal to sue them for the misuse of their product. Not their product failing, right? So it's not like your Toyota's brakes go out and you can go sue Toyota. No, this is the equivalent of if someone gets drunk, and because when they say they want to make it so you can sue gun manufacturers, that's the equivalent of someone got drunk and hit me with their car, so now I'm going to go sue Ford. That's the equivalent of that. That's what that is. You can sue gun manufacturers. No, and even if they win these frivolous lawsuits, they're going to spend all of their money and all of their capital on legal fees and attorneys and God knows what else. So it won't be profitable for them to remain in business anymore, so they'll just close their doors. That's how gun control is going to come in this country. There's not going to be a civil war with jackbooted thugs kicking down your door, dragging you off to camps. No, that's not going to happen. They'll just price these companies out of business. They will tax and sue them into oblivion until no one can get a gun to defend themselves anymore, because they just can't admit defeat. They can't admit defeat. They can't admit that 80% of the country doesn't support this bullshit gun control they're pushing. They can't admit that the Supreme Court and the Constitution have ruled again and again and again and again and again against them. They can't accept that reality, so they've got to cheat. They've got to cheat. They are the definition of sore losers. Let's cheat and bankrupt these companies and price them out of business because we can't get what we want. Ridiculous. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.